I'm Bobby Flay. Each week, one brave chef will try to take me down in my house. This culinary battle is gonna shake down in 2 rounds. Round 1. To get to me, first, 2 contenders have to go through each other, using an ingredient of my choice. Are you ready? 2 people that know me well will decide who's got the skills to beat me.
Don't let us down, guys!
Round 2. I go head-to-head with the winning contender. It's their turn to surprise me with their signature dish.
I didn't see that coming.
I didn't either. Bottom line, ring this bell. Everyone's out to beat me. I'm gonna introduce you to 2 people who are gonna pick who I challenge today, and they love to give me a hard time. Say hello to Giada De Laurentiis and Mo Rocca. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Brian Young, the chef de cuisine at Post 390.
Up next, we've got Stephen McHugh, and he is the owner and executive chef of a restaurant named Cured in San Antonio, Texas.
Ooh, okay.
So we got a Texas boy here.
All right, good. I'm gonna give you one single ingredient, and I want you guys to make a star out of this ingredient. That ingredient is sea scallops. Giada and Mo behind me, they'll decide which one of you goes against me in round 2. You guys have 20 minutes. Ready? Go.
So I'll make a real quick spoon bread with a Brussels citrus slaw. Doing a real quick Southern-style spoon bread. Spoon bread is a combination of a bread and a pudding. It's the first thing I gotta get in the oven.
And then the scallops, what are you gonna do with them?
I'm gonna salt and pepper sear them and accentuate their flavor with a little citrus.
It's not my favorite ingredient, so I certainly hope you're gonna change my mind. Good luck, Stephen.
20 minutes is really not a lot of time. I don't have time to be fancy. I'm making a duck fat seared scallop with pancetta, a little bit of pomegranates, and caramelized Brussels sprouts.
I love the pomegranate idea, that's cool. Although it looks like a bloodbath on your board.
Oh, not yet.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Stephen, could you tell me about your dish?
It's a seared scallops, tarragon spoon bread, and a Brussels sprout slaw.
Were you afraid of rubbery scallops?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because the scallops might be a hair on the undercooked side, but I like the salad on top of it.
Very much.
I think the spoon bread is a little bit under-seasoned.
I would have put some more flavor in it because I miss the sweetness. So Brian, can you tell us a little bit about your dish?
Duck fat, pan-seared scallops with some caramelized Brussels sprouts and pancetta.
What happened to the pomegranates?
I ran out of time right there at the end. I'm pretty pissed off about it. I feel like I served an incomplete dish. I'm really scared.
The scallops are nice and tender, well cooked. The Brussels sprouts and the pancetta work really well together.
I do miss a little bit
Sweetness.
the pomegranates because of the acidity.
The person who has the best chance of beating you, Bobby, is Brian.
I disagree with the judge's decision, but I am proud of the fact that I'm a chef that likes to take chances. So I may not have beat Bobby, but you haven't seen the last of me yet.
What are we cooking?
My signature dish is bangers and mash.
Bangers and mash.
Have fun with that.
Basically sausages and potatoes.
Basically.
It sounds really simple, except, you know, you have to really elevate this.
45 minutes to cook the best bangers and mash you ever have. The time starts now.
I'm trying to do an unconventional spin on a very pedestrian dish. I'm making venison bangers with parsnip mash, cocoa nib, pistachio, and coffee gravy.
I want to know why this is in your wheelhouse.
At my restaurant, I do a lot of fresh sausages, sort of comfort food with an upscale twist.
Did you just think you would trip him up?
A little bit.
A little bit.
It's a little calculated.
Bobby, is calculated, because he knew it would kind of throw you off a bit.
Okay, I'm always up to a new challenge. Let's face facts, okay? Bangers and mash, it's sausages and potatoes.
Yeah.
It's in my roots. Let's go to Ireland. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make crepenettes. It's like a European-style sausage. They're gonna be patties as opposed to a long sausage. Sausages and potatoes, I was born with those skills. but there's lots to do here. I had to grind the pork first. I want to make a kale pesto to go into the mashed potatoes, and shallot gravy with whole grain mustard and some dark Irish stout to really give it that rich stout flavor.
So whose is more British?
Neither.
Like Brian is doing the one that's even more non-traditional, right?
Yes, he's not using potatoes, which are traditionally what you think of when you think of bangers and mash.
What the hell's he using?
Parsnip.
Is Bobby using potatoes?
Yes.
Am I what?
You're using potatoes.
Potatoes? It's bangers and mash, isn't it?
He's not.
Brian's not. He's using parsnips.
Parsnips go great with venison. My style of cooking is based a lot in farm-to-table technique.
Bobby is wrapping something up.
Pork shoulder, pork fat, fennel, Calabrian chili peppers.
So you're going slightly Italian?
Well, I love Calabrian chilies. I'm gonna get some flavor into
Me
this.
too.
I'm making a kale and scallion pesto. Shallot gravy with some dark stout. I'm gonna add some whole grain mustard.
Woo! That's good.
I'm running. I just have lots of components. It creates energy for me, and hopefully the energy gets into my food.
He's giving us a show. Bobby, did you just add mascarpone to your potatoes?
Yes.
I thought you said you were making an Irish dish.
Nobody has to know what's in here. All they have to do is taste it and think it's good. That's all.
Oh my God.
It's amazing how fast the time is coming off the clock, but I'm confident I need to get my parsnips sweating with some onions, cocoa nib, and coffee beans. The cocoa nib lends richness. It really gives a complete flavor profile to a parsnip.
Do you have a sauce?
I'm making one in a pan.
What are you making?
Quick gravy.
A quick gravy? Oh no, Brian, come on, buddy. You gotta have more than that if you're gonna take him down.
Giada is barraging me. I don't have time to talk right now.
Brian's very cryptic.
You know, chefs get that way. There's sometimes they get very in the groove of what they're doing in that moment.
For the gravy, I have to reduce a little bit of water, coffee, add a little bit of cream, and then reduce it again. Venison and coffee go together like crazy. It's delicious, and I'm excited for the judges to taste it. I don't have time to get the air bubbles out of the sausage. Air bubbles are a bad thing because it allows the fat to separate from the meat. I hope it turns out okay. I pull the sausage out of the poaching liquid. It just doesn't really feel quite done. I don't have time to let it rest. The clock is running down. I just need to go. The sausage has actually broken. I did not mix the fat in well enough, and the juices sort of spilled out. This isn't how I wanted to portray myself as a chef.
All of the flavor went on the board. I'm a little nervous. 1 minute, finish it up! Brian, you didn't finish last time, so let's not make that mistake again. Ah! 15 seconds!
All right, I need 20 more. I'm feeling pretty exhausted.
10, 9,
I'm just hoping I get this done.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1!
Good job, Dula.
Please say hello to your judges. First, we have Ed Levine, founder of SeriousEats.com.
Good to be here.
And next, we have chef and entrepreneur, Madison Cowan. And lastly, we have the Vice President of Operations for the Marcus Samuelsson Group, Niels Noren.
Judges, as you know, this is a blind taste test. Please start with the plate that's right in front of you.
Obviously, bangers are usually not patties, but I love the sear. I love the fat-to-meat ratio.
I think the good thing is it's got that crispy texture crunch to it. I will say the mash is bang on.
One thing that I don't particularly like is this much spice. And, you know, I would appreciate maybe chopped up parsley. When it's like this, it becomes a little stringy.
Let's move on to the next one.
What I really liked about this particular plate of food, the crunch of the pistachios, and I also like the coffee sauce. I could actually eat the coffee sauce on a lot of things.
I actually didn't fancy the coffee sauce.
But this venison sausage didn't have enough fat in it.
I think the flavor of the venison was good. If you could put some fat in there, it would be great.
Yeah. I was really impressed with this one because it has sort of like a crispy casing.
How about the parsnip?
I like the sweetness of the parsnip in there.
I believe the gentlemen have reached a decision, and the winner is Bobby Flay.
I was really impressed with this one because for me, I mean, it's all about flavor. And I think this particular dish, it had less of.
This experience was awesome. I probably was a little bit too ambitious, but I put it all out there, and at the end of the day, I feel pretty good.
Brian tried to throw me off, and I think he threw himself off. I love the idea of venison sausage, but I think it just kind of worked against them in the end.
Well played, Chef Flay, well played.